Hi guys, and welcome to the first lesson of your crypto rich journey. Today we'll be discussing exactly what is crypto and explaining how it is not just for the scammers and the crypto degens, and we'll be showing how crypto is just doing what the internet did for photos but for money. It is an upgrade to our financial system that we need. Let's get right into it. Today we'll be discussing how crypto is internet native value, the three core differences that separates it from the banking system. We will also discuss the middleman problem, as this is crucial to the purpose of crypto. And lastly, we'll be looking at distributed ledgers and how the blockchain remains safe. By the end of it, you will not just understand what crypto is, but understand how it fundamentally is different. To understand crypto, we first need to start by understanding the photo analogy. Think about it. When you send an image to your friend, the internet handles it directly. There is no need for you to go to the post office, get a stamp, and have a truck driver deliver it directly. However, this has not been the case for money. Even though we use digital apps like your Capitex and FNB apps, there's still traditional physical activities happening in the background. So in that case, your bank app is merely just a digital scoreboard for the physical cash and precious metals controlled by a government or bank. Crypto is different, as it is entirely built from a digital perspective. It does not represent physical coins or cash. It is the cash. It is the value. A major contrast you need to think about when it comes to traditional banks is the limitations that it has. If you want to send money, firstly, you cannot do it on the weekend or public holidays or banking holidays. It will cost you an arm and a leg just to send that money through. Whereas crypto lives and breathes on the internet, meaning you can send money 24/7 at a fraction of the cost, as it has less middlemen. Speaking of middlemen, we need to discuss the fact that right now you could not send any money to anyone without there being a middleman, a bank, company, or organization that is meant to approve or secure transactions. Sounds great in practice, but then you need to think about that these same companies are the ones that could freeze or halt your transactions or ask you why you're even making the transactions. Further illustrate this, we look at the coffee shop example. If you are to send $10 to your friend, there's so many middlemen involved that you might need a dinner party, because it's your bank firstly checking if you have the funds, then speaking to the next brass bank, telling him that you've got funds for them, and then they need to check some stuff, and then they need to make sure you guys are not doing some fraudulent activity, and only if it pleases them will that money be sent over. Crypto fixes that. That is exactly why crypto was invented, because crypto is peer-to-peer, and that's just a fancy way of saying person to person. Your money goes from your wallet to your friend's wallet. No one else is involved in that transaction besides the two of you. No one middling, no one approving anything. So if there's no one approving anything, right, this is where people normally get skeptical. Is it just like a lawless free-for-all, everyone does umaztanda? Not quite necessarily. Yes, before we had banks and middlemen checking and keeping things secure and maintaining transaction records. In crypto, we trust a global network of transactions that is visible to everybody. To understand this core difference, we need to look at how a traditional bank works. We have one single notebook called a ledger that is private and only seen to the banks. They update it, they read it. In crypto, it works differently. The ledger is available to everybody on the network, and anyone can access it and update it. So every time a transaction happens, it is announced to the entire network. Everybody's ledger is updated at the same time. This is what makes it so difficult to cheat on any crypto or blockchain network that is distributed, because you cannot update and cheat all the ledgers. Everything needs to line up before a transaction is approved by the network. As we wrap up this lesson, I just want you to think about crypto not as digital coins that go up in price and everybody goes wild, but think of it as something that solves real problems. It prevents your money being freezed by the bank. It also stops your money being diluted by governments that print more money. It actually moves us from a system where we have to ask for permission to use the system to a system that just runs code and is fair and equal to everybody. And is there any risk? Of course there's risk. I mean, there's risk in everything. There's risk on the internet. And saying crypto is a scam is really kind of just generalizing, because in anything there will be people who try and scam others out of their hard-earned money. At its core, it's just a tool for moving value. So here's a recap of today's lesson. Crypto is purely internet native money. It removes the middleman and allows you to send value directly to your peers. It uses a network of thousands of computers to make sure transactions are safe, and most importantly, it gives you control of your own wealth. And if we take a second to think about real world technologies that have done a similar thing, we can think of the likes of Uber and Netflix, for example, that removed the middleman. For example, Spotify, where the artists no longer need to go through a lot of hoops. They can release music directly. We can listen to music directly. Similarly, crypto is doing the same thing for money. Great. Now that you know what crypto is, in the next lesson, we are going to be talking about why crypto was created. We're going to take a deep dive into the flaws of the traditional system. We're going to talk about the 2008 financial crisis, how banks actually failed the people who trust them, and the original vision for Bitcoin. Catch you there.